Hey guys, we are right back at it with another Stadium Extravaganza video. I am Phil Sherman coming to you out of Studio 44. I'm so excited to bring you even more stadiums. You guys are very passionate about these stadiums. You work so hard on them. And when you get them into me, I feel obligated to get them out as soon as possible. So even after a 20 stadium video, I still have like 35 in the queue. So I want to get right to them and get them right back out on YouTube so people can see them, download them, enjoy them. So let's get at it. We start things off with our daily dose of Schmitty VG. He has Brick Garden Stadium for us to see today. It's in Portland, Oregon. Has a max altitude. It was built in 2024. And after a quick look at the thumbnail, I'm already digging it. I love right field. He just has these big concourses with the big brick walls or the marble or whatever concourse piece he tends to use that day or for that stadium. And I dig that style because it helps enclose things very nicely. Oh, look, he's got a racetrack over things. What's golf? Okay. Is this like supposed to be a golf course instead? Looks like it could be sand traps. Is that what's going on? Or are these part of the racetrack? Oh, no, they're little islands. Okay. All right. Well, that's cool. Either way, you might be able to hit some balls out and onto these rocks or onto the racetrack / golf course. Did he give me notes about it? It just says this is something different he thought could be cool for an expansion team or baseball league outside of the U.S. So, wow. Well, there's a lot of mountains surrounding the whole area, which is cool. One layer. Oh, I like the waterfall back here behind the dugout. That's nice. Fans watching the game from behind home plate can get a good look at that between innings. Oh, and it gets even better up here. Awesome. Schmitty VG, never anything normal, always nice and creative and very unique. Throwing the Kansas City Royals scoreboard up there, very fun. Oh, look at all this up here. Holy crap, that looks really nice. Using the new slab. Have you had to slab? No slabbing yet for me. Of course, I've only built like one stadium since that prop came up, but he's got some bushes just beyond the home run fence and then some upper deck seating up here, even though it's pretty close to field level. I like this. I like this look, how steep it is low. I think that's cool. But you know what's something I noticed the other day playing Ricky Davis League games in your guys' stadiums? How much steeper the field level seating looks actually when you're in the game. I guess down here it looks pretty steep too, but I always think of it so flat when I'm building the park, but it looks pretty steep. Then he's got the warehouse and the old school train tracks. Oh, but he bricked it off on top. Nice. There's that big mountain, the other side of it. He's got trees all over these hills behind the batter's eye. Very nice. This might be my favorite of yours so far, Schmitty. Waterfalls everywhere. Awesome. There's another little island in the corner. Some concessions over here in the corner. Very cool. I think we still have 2 more stadiums from Schmitty. I hope to get this one recorded and edited very soon and then maybe go live with the rest of them to kind of clean out the queue and get a fresh start. I know I said that in my last video, but I like the little fountain up here next to this field level seating up high. Oh, some steps. There you go. Okay, because he raised that up. Nice. Good work. And more steps over here. Cool beans. Throw that light switch. Looks fantastic at night. I feel like you don't see this dirt pattern very much. I like this one. I can get on board with this one. I'm not crazy about flat up front of the home plate circle, but I like the color okay. I don't mind the sharper turns in for the first base and third base cuts. What's this in? Oh, more T-shirts. Okay. That's a cool way to display them. Kind of hide the rest of the sign. Nice. What is it attached to? Oh, the Hall of Fame sign. All right. Schmitty VG. Can always count on a good stadium from you, sir. We'll see more from you very soon. Scotty Warren is back in Studio 44 after making his debut in the last video. He has RLW Memorial Park for us to see. It's in Evansville, Indiana. Has an altitude of 1,624 feet, and it's old school, built in the year 1947. As I always tend to do, starting in right field. The train tracks look great. That's awesome. Using this as kind of a barrier to the train tracks. Awesome. Oh, I thought there was a ride here at first, but it's the operating crane. Okay. He's got the construction beams over here. How about some beams standing up? That would be nice, huh? These guys are obviously taking the crates off the train. Now, what did he use as... Oh, okay. I didn't realize... Wait a second. What's going on here? Hold on. Okay, he's hiding different parts of the train with the containers. Gotcha. Very nice. Then there's some old school looking buildings on the other side of the tracks, and here comes a train on the other side. That looks really cool. Great idea. They're, of course, going under the bridge. More of a city in the background. Great concourse above this field level seating. Looking really cool. Very clean. Scotty, who had his last stadium stamped. Spent a lot of time out here. Oh my goodness, look at all these stairs. The turnstiles to get in. Then you got another little garden back here. Parking garage. Old school buildings. And then behind home plate looks great. Oh, this looks amazing. This little statue, I'm guessing for RLW. Whoever RLW might be. You have to let me know in the notes. Look, these guys, it looks like they're getting their picture taken in front of it. That's awesome. More of a minor league feel to it. With only 2 decks, and there's a big separation on either side. Very nice, very clean. Scotty Warren, I love it. Then he's got this whole wiffle ball section, and then there's Hall of Fame section, another garden. Beautiful. The stairs, ugh. Concessions inside. Oh, here's another statue. No one's getting their picture taken with this one. Fantastic. So much tedious work in this area outside of the stadium. Holy crap. RLW 1947 to 2019. And he's got signs out here and signs. I didn't even notice those the first time looking at the right field side there. Excellent. So good, so clean, so much beautiful work done out here. 2 stadiums in. Fantastic. Scotty Warren, 2 for 2 on the stamps. Outstanding. I'll turn the lights on again real quick. I can't say enough about all this in here. Gorgeous. With all the trees and the bricks and the gardens and the bushes and the... Ugh. Man, oh man. I love it. Thank you, Scotty. You the man. We got one more in the queue from you. We can't wait to see it. Frank JF USA is back in Studio 44. This looks like his newest creation. It's Night City Stadium in Night City, California. Has an altitude of 4,800 feet, and it was built in the year 2070, so we got a while before we can see this one. But I love left field. Look at this, starting in left field for once, huh? See how I like to change things up, mix it up, make each video unique. I love this section out here. Using the futuristic props, of course. He's got implants are us. What's happening in here? What, do you get the food like implanted into you instead of you eating it? This has been so far the most creative use of that little walkway prop. Look at all these going around, taking it into a parking garage and mixing the cities. Looks like freaking Jetsons out here. Holy crap. Ah, that's amazing. Kind of gives me a Minneapolis vibe, right, with the skywalks. Maybe this could be a dual home with the stadium that Murph built for the Sky Sox. Of course, I'd have to fast forward to the year 2070 in my franchise. Oh, look at this. Little bridge taking you out in here. Outstanding. Brand new building out here just outside the first baseline here. Right field. I always like this concept. Having the nice big scoreboard, like right up against your face. You don't get an idea of how big these actually are until you get them really close to the field like that. I mean, it takes up all the right field. And he's got the river going right through the city. Excellent. Might be able to hit some balls in there, maybe on a hop or two over the scoreboard. How deep is it over here in right field? 339. How about over here? It'll be fun hitting the ball into implants are us. 352. Yeesh. Pretty deep out here, but it is pretty high altitude, so the ball probably carries pretty well. Another bridge, more Jetsons-like buildings getting built around the city. This city is so cool. Oh, this is the St. Louis Arches you got going through the buildings. Nice. This city's great. I like all the skywalks. Oh, and this is that big circular one. Okay. So using that and that other funky little walkway thing. What do they even call this thing? Curved Garden Bridge. Okay. Excellent. I like it right here especially, and then another one right on top of it. Great, great work. Let's flip that light switch. Very fun. Frankie J. F. USA. Like I said, he does have a YouTube channel of his own. He shows his own stadiums and some other sports games that he plays. This area is great with the steps, escalator in the middle. Okay, excellent. Frankie J, great work. Nice job. I love it. Let's head over to Ocean City, Maryland, where we have Carnival America Park. Has an altitude of 358 feet, built in 2024, and it comes to us from our good friend, Big Impact. What's going on in left field that's causing this? Oh, it's a big apartment building. Big shadow in left field. Look at me starting in left field again. Oh, look at the deck with the... Oh, people hanging out in the pool from the water slides. That looks good. That's fun. Deli 14. You got the burgers out here. Creole dugout. Oh, this is a sling. Now this is the thing that they always show on YouTube, right? Where they fling in, they got a camera in your face, and they always show people passing out. Big Impact always adds these fun things to his stadiums. Using the lazy river to face off the right field party deck over here. Then there's a bleacher section right next to one of the newer batter's eyes. Then you got a playground in here. Some people are enjoying the bridge, about to go down the slide. Then there's another bridge over here. Fun. Very nice, Big Impact. Low home run fences. Going to get a lot of ground rule doubles all the way around. Pretty low. Got the orange seats. Kind of gives me a Shea Stadium vibe with the orange seats. And there's the grass on top. I like that. Welcome to Carnival America Park. Oh, this looks cool, too. Upper deck's kind of broken up with some luxury plaza-style seating. Very cool. And then hooking around the corner with the plaza and the upper deck. Nice. Nope, and then there's the big Ferris wheel. Dead center field. Good idea. That's got to be a cool view to see a game from that Ferris wheel. Look at all the levels of like fun decks up here. Then using that lit up barricade makes it look fun. Oh, look at the slide. You can start up here, go all the way down, trudge through the water, and then go right back down. That's fun. How much further does it go? Holy. Does it go all the way down, or is this it? Into the lazy river? I love it. A lot of fun stuff here. I like how this hit it here deck jolts out. The slide is freaking amazing. Then lazy river he made it bigger, kind of connected them, and then makes it come out here. Very fun. Then underneath this little section, you got some Hall of Fame stuff going on. Yep, there's 2 circles. Concessions. Oh, there's a little scoreboard back here. Awesome. I love it. Just because it's so freaking fun. The slide is so creative. And it looks really good, too. Looks like it connects really well. You start off way up here and go all the way down into the lazy river. So fun. Nice work, Big Impact. Using the new stairs to get you up on this deck. I had the lights on already, right? Yep. Could he win the thumbnail again? That's a pretty cool shot right there. Very fun. Thank you, Big Impact. I love it. I mean, you see the name of a stadium called Hinchliff Stadium 1932. You got to assume it's from Archmage, right? Well, you would be right. This is in Paterson, New Jersey, altitude of 148 feet. Built in 1931. He gave me loads of notes. I'll try to paraphrase it real quick. Smaller stadium located in Paterson, New Jersey, used for the Negro League World Series, or the Hinchliff Colored Championship of the Nation, it was called. First complete season hosting baseball, Hinchliff hosted the Colored Championship of the Nation. It was closed in 1996, but reopened in 2023, so it must have been fixed up because it was neglected for a while. Surrounding National Historic Park, built on the Great Falls of the Passaic River. Now, how did we pull this off? Do we use anomalies? Must be an anomaly. Wait a second, what? Oh, he flipped it around. Okay, all right, now I got it. Okay, that looks cool. Then he used some end caps to close off the outside of the stadium. There's the Passaic. Am I saying that right? There's, of course, another little village out here that Arch always spends a lot of time on and builds them amazingly. Is amazingly? Can you say amazingly? Oh, look at these little towers. These are fantastic. Putting all these little concession stands together to make like the roof of a little tower. Awesome. Very unique style seating behind and around. Very nice. Got a polo ground type dimensions. What's it looking like over here? Whoops, hold on. There we go. 278 down the line, so it gets shallow, and then 498 in this corner. Holy crap. 460 in dead center field. 500 back here. 280 down this line. So, yeah, very polo grounds-ish. Very nice. Old school lights, of course. Cool little custom. Is this custom? Yeah, you put them all together, right? Yep. Brick building to align with the back of the stadium. Very nice indeed. Perfect little houses in the area. Using the road and the ramp. So good. Arch is awesome. And if you're a fan of his stadiums, which I know you are, he let me know in the comments of the last video that he's done a lot of work lately. So a lot of stadiums are coming. So be on the lookout for that. Now what's going on up here? Okay. Are these anomalies? Oh, it's signs. Okay, yep. And he just puts them in the right spot to make it almost look like stairs or a ramp going into a building. Okay. Nice. Arch is like nature. Yes. Nature finds a way. Arch finds a way to to make his stadiums look how they need to look. Yes. It's not the first time I've done a bad Jeff Goldblum impression on this channel, has it? Boy. All-time gaming again, represented. I think he says a lot of the work that he's done has been for all-time gaming. They like to use those classic ballparks, and Arch builds a lot of them for him. And he does a phenomenal job with it. That could be our thumbnail right there. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, Arch. Thanks a lot, man. Can't wait to see more. I have never enjoyed reading the comments of a stadium as much as reading the comments for this stadium. This is from our good buddy Young Gun 1417, who has a couple in by now. I believe the last one was stamped. This is Brushy Mountain Stadium. It's in, just Brushy Mountain. It's located in Morgan County, Tennessee. It has an altitude of 4,916 feet. Built in 1896. It's a prison setting. And he goes on to tell me that he grew up in the county where this prison was located, and they used to let the inmates umpire his games, his Little League games. Of course, the more trusted inmates, and they took it really seriously, and he said that they were the better umps that umped in that league for him. Outstanding. And he said that, here's inmate seating only. Of course, it's got the big, huge gate in front of it, or the big wall, barbed wire. Hey, they could still get a home run ball. They could go right through there, right? I wonder how that would work. Has anybody played in like that? How would the mechanics of it work? Would it go through or would it bounce off? There's bullpens. And then there's this little pond back here behind the batter's eye. He said the ball travels really well out here as they have hit this sign before, which is about 525 yards or feet away, he said. And here's the penitentiary right here. He says it's closed now, but you can take tours of it. He said this is where the inmates play, I think, and that this is where like major leaguers would come play exhibitions in. If I could talk. Another bullpen section with a little picnic area above it. You got the warden's table over here, a 2-tiered team store. Concessions around and behind, which is otherwise pretty standard. Here's the tower to check things out, make sure no one's trying to sneak out. Very nice. He says they put the worst of the worst in here, and it was hard to escape because of all the mountains. I could see why. Oh, what's going on over here? Is this an entrance? Oh, you got to go through a lot of security to get in here. Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary Field. Very nice. Using the airport hangar. Right? Isn't that what that is? Oh, it's an armory. My bad. Yeah, it looks like on the other side it could be a hangar. Nope, I see that now. Very nice. And then more watchtowers. Super fun. And then he said, over here, the inmates seating only, he said his 7-year-old son came up with the idea that if they catch a home run ball, they're done. Their sentence is served. They've been forgiven. Oh, and here's another big thing. He said he wants to make teams to play here. He wants to make famous movie prison guards, make a whole team of that, and a whole team of prison inmates. So, like, you'd want Red and Andy Dufresne and Haywood and Brooks. I don't do a very good Morgan Freeman. I think about my friend Andy Dufresne. But how about the Joker? Isn't there a Batman and Robin episode where I guess it's just called Batman, right, in the 60s, where the Joker's pitching and he throws all this nasty shit? So you could have the Joker in there. Very nice. So if anybody wants on that, let them know. Put it in the comments if you're willing to make a roster full of famous movie inmates and famous movie guards. You put the Green Mile people in there. Excellent. Such a fun idea. I mean, you see a lot of prison stadiums in the vault, but this one seems to have so much more of a backstory, at least to the ones I've seen, because I'm going to be honest, the prison stadiums never really interested me that much, so, I never got into, like, the background of them, but, the whole backstory and learning about the umpires and all that stuff is a really cool concept. I like it. Very fun, young gun. 1417. Excellent. Thank you, sir, for sharing that with us. Magic City Park is up next in Birmingham, Alabama. It has an altitude of 250 feet, and it was built in 2024 by the man, the myth, the legend, Sluggish Moth 953. He says this is a fictional stadium for his hometown of Birmingham, Alabama, and this park is a redevelopment of an old industrial area. So as you can see, we got some brick buildings surrounding the stadium. Definitely gives you the old school vibe. Got the plaza level seating with some bushes in front. It's always fun hitting the ball in bushes, watching the ball just disappear. Like Aaron Judge's 301 in Detroit just vanished into those bushes above the fence in between the batter's eye. Oh, I like this little section right here. This is gorgeous. Little bleacher section with bushes in front and the stairs and escalator behind. Magic City Park, and my dog won't shut up. Charlie, no barking. Rup. Rup. Charlie, look at all the detail in here. Is this a bullpen? Yep, looks like a bullpen. Then there's the steps to get you. Oh, look at that. You can check out the game from up here and then go down here to warm up. And then there's the gate. Fantastic. This guy's so good. Sometimes I just want to... Now that I know where he lives, I'm going to drive to Alabama and kick the shit out of this guy. Such creative ideas and so clean. Everything this man touches is gold. Look at all this out here. Little fountain with benches surrounding it. It's an interesting little section, too. Oh, I didn't notice this building had a garage on it. That's cool. And as the dog barks again. Then you got a little home run deck up here in foul territory, but I think it's still called the home run deck, right? Yep. There's some statues. They're fenced in. Gorgeous. Oh, what's under here? A couple team stores, some concessions, a little scoreboard, big section of steps to bring you up here or down here. The steps, it makes me think about something. It'd be nice to have an elevator right here, right? I guess in England, though, they're called lifts. I guess we were just raised differently. I just heard that joke today. It's a good one. Personally, I have a fear of elevators, but I am taking steps to avoid it. Taking steps to avoid it or taking steps to get over it? Taking steps to avoid it. Probably should say taking steps to get over it. Oh, boy. It's crazy because looking at it, from just right here, it's pretty simple. But when you get in here with all these little nooks and crannies and stairs and beautiful work. Oh, I didn't even notice all these retired numbers. Fantastic. This guy's good. I love everything he does. Magic City Park. The way that little tower right here, what is this building called? Brick Bell Tower. Yeah, he's got two of them on either side. The way the concourse kind of jolts out to host those. And then the upper deck seating is right there. You're going to be putting balls on that roof. I mean, I looked at the thumbnail and I'm like, okay, maybe we had the first stadium in a while that we didn't have to stamp for Sluggish Moth, but it's gorgeous. So clean and creative and well planned out and freaking perfect. Did I turn the lights on yet? It's well lit. Outstanding. Sloss Tower, is that what that says? Yep. Great work, as always, Sluggish Moth. I think I have a couple from you left in the queue, right? We'll be checking them out soon. We're going to head to the Midwest, where we have Midwest University. It's in the United States, has an altitude of 245 feet, built in the year 2022, comes to us from PFK Nunn. Here's the brick stuff. Here's the redding out stuff again. What is it? So I can get rid of it. Or just make it stop blinking. I don't want to get rid of it because this looks amazing over here. Look at all this nature, these trees and different colors. Gorgeous. Then he kind of hid the railings with this brick. More over here. Wow. Look at this. That's perfect. That looks like an old, like an old greenhouse almost or something. Excellent. Then he's got the dome on top. Funky turned or angled, sharp turn. Two levels of seating kind of blended in together. Looks really cool. Got the American flags behind the Detroit Tiger Batter's Eye that connect excellently with this concourse back here with a fountain and looks like it could be a campus building. Another building blended right into that. More stairs. Excellent. This is a big stadium for college, but it looks amazing. This nature stuff over here, fantastic. See, I don't know what's red now over there. Got the church in the background. Cool. Everything is well lit. That pattern does look like it could be like an artificial turf, which I'm sure a lot of colleges use now just because it's cheaper and it's harder to be able to keep your stadiums in shape in such an early part of the year or the spring. Yeah, see, why is that running out? I have no idea. Close to the batter's eye, probably. There you go. Excellent. I love this. Again, I'm not, more green over here in front of this concourse that takes you into the college dorm or building or whatever you'd call that. People are on the roof watching the games. Am I doing this too much? Am I too generous with the stamps or am I right on? I love it. So now that I'm stamping so many, I've been teasing the halfway through the life of this game Stadium of the Year video, which I planned on doing in September, but I just realized that when I upload this video, it'll be my 98th video. And I plan on recording another one right after this. Do I have to do something special for my 100th? That could be a cool one to do for my 100th, right? Just go through all the Stadiums of the Year candidates of 2024. What do you guys think? I feel like I got to do something, right, for the 100th? I don't know. Do YouTube creators usually do that? I don't know. Fairly new to the game. Year and a half in. There's the lights. I think I already turned them on, but it looks fantastic. Great work, PFK Nunn. I think he has a few more in the queue, so be in the lookout for those. Seems like it's been a while since we've seen this gentleman, but KMO Brew is back with Fiddlehead Brewing Field. It's in Shelburne, Vermont, has an altitude of 3,200 feet, and it will be available in the year 2025. He says this is a stadium using concepts and ideas he's learned from watching the channel, incorporated some of his own unique stadium views, and he finished the one with 28,347 capacity. So do I got the right one? It says 28K, so I'm going to assume that's the right one. Left field is looking great with the stacked bullpens. Fantastic. I like using little canopies or little roofs. And then a little exit, emergency exit maybe, that can get you to the clubhouse somehow, taking you underneath the stadium. Or around and behind. Wow, 350 in left field. Pretty deep. One lowly dog is just sitting out here. Okay. What's up, puppy? Buddy, good to see you. I like this little bleacher section with the sign and the scoreboard walk. Fiddlehead Brewing Field. Now, these places are pretty popular in Rochester. All these breweries where you can get food and all these original beers and stuff. Is that big all over the place, or is it a Rochester thing? Got some of the new buildings hidden right into the ground here. Oh, this looks so cool. With the grass bridge, like right above this concourse and steps. Then you got a hill area with this is outstanding. KMO Brew. And then center field, you got this nice little deck with the building popping up. Oh, it's connected to this one. That's right. Another little restaurant out here. People are watching over the batter's eye. Another Detroit Tigers. You got the two fan stairs. Then you got another little building right here with a concourse behind that, hosting some concession stands and some picnic tables. Nice work. And then here's that apartment building. So it would be under here, like luxury seats, more than above. And then maybe the broadcast booth. 3 decks. I like how you got the lights wrapped around. The roof's going to ruin the lighting. Oh, not too badly. This is really nice. Then there's the big apartment building connected right to the stadium. Some roads are curving around back there. Parking garages, parking lots. This looks amazing, this right field area. Great idea. You'd have people up here watching the games too, and I like having the lights resting on top of the roof too. Gorgeous. Listen, I know no one wants to say anything negative about other people's stadiums, but am I doing it? Or the stadium's just getting that much better? It's fantastic. It's so clean. It has nice little levels, fun targets. In center field, left field, and right field. It's deep, though. I guess over here is not too bad, and the gap normally gets, 380 is pretty standard, right? Center field doesn't seem too deep either, but left center field does. KMO Brew, I love it, buddy. Fantastic work. He's been in a few premieres, right? Or live streams, so haven't been a complete stranger, but this definitely is your first stadium in a while, and it's my favorite of yours so far. I'm saying that more and more and more and more because everybody's stadiums are getting that much better. Great work. I love it. Our only stadium from a creator new to Studio 44 comes to us by a gentleman who uses the gamer tag of me32699. This is Old Harbor Street Ballpark. It's in South City, California. Has an altitude of 62 feet, and it was built in 2024. I mean, might as well stay in left. Stay with the theme of this video. I like this. The second decks wrap around, and then there's this scoreboard being held up by this brick building, and then you can sit under the scoreboard. I like that a lot. When the rain starts pouring down, people can climb onto here, get some shelter from the rain. Covered bullpen, custom bullpens out here. Fantastic. Has some signs in there. Then there's a concourse with an old school scoreboard up here for out-of-town scores. This plaza looks amazing with the elevated road and the ramp down. Nice. Nice little ballpark village out here where people are playing wiffle ball and have some concessions. And then all these different levels out here. A bleacher section that takes you over a scoreboard and a tall wall. And right, here's the big wall. Okay, it's the big wall. Hit it here sign across the street. I bet you can get out there. Finally hit some blasts with DJ Jackson the other day. He seems like everything he's hit was oppo and not those automatic home runs, but I finally got one playing the Hollywood Stars, and he blasted one. It's only 300 down the line, as you just saw, so yeah, you can get one out there. This whole neighborhood, very MTA bus drive. Where's he been, by the way? Seems like it's been a while since I've seen one from him. These are fantastic, these buildings with the bleachers on top, a la Wrigley Field. Custom building in the back with scoreboards on it. People are watching the game from here. You can probably see a little bit, right, of the stadium. Probably hear the crowd, maybe the crack of the bat while they're watching it on TV. Fun. What a great place to be around for a ball game if you couldn't get tickets. That city is so fun, this little neighborhood. Oh, look, he's got laser ribbon on the crane. That's crazy. And then on this building all the way back here, too. Is that a... I always thought this was a waterfall, but it looks like it's like a monster's foot. What the hell is it? I always got Niagara Falls vibes from it because the Falls View Casino on the American side. Is it called the Falls View? No, it's Seneca Niagara Casino on the American side. It has like lights that make it look like a waterfall because you're in the Niagara Falls, but I think that looks like it's some kind of monster's foot or hand or two hands or something. I don't know. Because look, these look like they could be fingernails, right? But quick glances, I always thought it was water coming down and splashing. Very nice. There's people hanging out between the streets or the buildings on the street or the alley, whatever you would call it. I love these different layers of concourses out here. It's fantastic. This looks great. I need to use the chain link fence more. It just seems like the chain link fence is so cheap, but when you put it together like this in this type of neighborhood, it works perfectly. and then using it to keep the stadium closed off from the outside. This is amazing. And you have some more scoreboards over here, which I didn't really point out before. I'm not going to go in. I'm not going to look at the carpet. I'm not going to do it. There's a little grass area next to the dugout over there. Maybe some camera wells or something. It's not my favorite grass pattern, but that's easily fixed. Welcome to Studio 44, me 32699 or 32699. I don't know. Either way, I love it. Welcome to Studio 44. Enjoy that stamp. We have another racetrack stadium to check out. This is Steeple Chase Park in Anderson, South Carolina. Has an altitude of 2,500 feet, built in 2024. And it was submitted to us by Sid 2071, 2071, 2071. He said he wanted to do a stadium with a racetrack, so he did, and there it is in left. Oh, shit, the dinosaurs chasing the horses. Oh, shit. Y'all better run. T-Rex is about to have dinner. I like the crisscross building here in the middle with the pond. That's part of the thing, right, though, right? Got a football field, track, and soccer field out here as well. There's a nice road that takes you away from the stadium and the dinosaur that could eat everyone. Oh, look at this. Look at this big pond. Or, wow, what is this? What do you call this? A pool? Like a big pool? That looks really cool. Oh, it goes all the way around. Holy hell. I guess, okay, so it's like a river that kind of comes up to the stadium. Excellent. And I like all the bridges. Sorry, I skipped right over it because he said racetrack in the comments. And when you see the dinosaur chasing the horses. Look at this. This is beautiful. This little scoreboard and the scoreboard walk. Out frickin' standing. And that's, okay, this is the railroad. Okay, kind of uses like a barrier or pillars to hold up the roadway. Outstanding. I love all these little bridges. You can go back and forth between this and the racetrack. Then you got old school buildings, but new school concessions, a fun mix. Bleacher section right next to the batter's eye with the snack shack right behind it. Now, this is a good idea. This is something I need to do more because I've been using a lot of bleachers lately because I've seen so many of you guys do such great work with the bleachers, but you use the buildings to host the bleachers, and that just makes them look so much better, and then you hide the rest of the building. I got to borrow that idea. Very, very nice. Then there's a road that takes you right away from the stadium again, across the street, or just outside of the stadium. Looks like you can hit the ball right out of the park, like literally, and then into the water. It doesn't look very deep down here. No, 334. That's pretty standard. So, yeah, I guess you got to put a pretty big jolt into it to get it out there. Nachos and hot dogs with this big slab for the concession area. Pretty standard around and behind. All right, I'm not forcing this. These are not forced. I love this stadium. This little river area is gorgeous. The different layers of bleachers is gorgeous. All the nature and pond and trees, gorgeous. We may have a record. How many stadiums have I stamped in this video so far? I'm going to run out. I'm going to run out of stamps. But it's not really a stamp, right? It's like an embedding, right? Or an engravement. What's the word I'm looking for here, fellas? It's not a branding, right? Because it's like engraved right in. So good. And then resting this giant scoreboard on top of the building in center field makes perfect sense. Perfect scoreboard for it. Nice big screen. We'll flip that light switch on. I I love the T-Rex chasing the horse. He's about to have dinner. Like, Jurassic Park, he ate a goat, right? Excellent stadium. The river is in such a unique shape where it fits. Looks very natural, very clean. Oh, barrels. You got barrels lining up. Okay. You'll have to explain that one for me. Is it just for look? Is it supposed to be just a different look, or are the barrels something specific? You didn't say anything about the notes. Just that you wanted to make the horse track, so here it is. Okay. Sid, your best stadium so far, at least in my opinion. Stadium of the Year candidate, which I'm leaning towards being the 100th video I release. Fantastic. Sid, great work. The station in Woodbridge, Detroit is next on our list. It's in Detroit, Michigan. Has an altitude of 2,700 feet, built in 2022, and it comes to us from one of our favorite creators, Mr. Sandman Dan. We're going to start in left field where, oh my God. Now, this gives me a Marco 113002 stadium vibe with all the different levels and sections. This is outstanding, Sandman Dan. This is one of the better left field. Look at this, the train station with people coming down the steps. You got a little concession area in here, little courtyard or plaza or food court. Second level of seating, out frickin' standing. Then you got the glove up here with a little pinwheel in it, and people are hanging out watching up there. Little grass or ivy hanging off this front of the deck. And this is the first time I've seen this one used, maybe. This big, huge batter's eye. Very nice. And then over in right, you have the home run deck right in the middle of all the seating. Blended in the luxury seats. That makes it look really cool. People are hanging out on top, of course, with their own little burgers concession stand. Cold drinks up in right center. Closed off by the end cap. Canoe! Is this the first canoe of the video? I think it's the first canoe. And you know what? I just realized I meant to, but I didn't. I did not put a canoe in all the water area of the Raptor Isle Park that I made for that gentleman. He's got train tracks going around, heading in different directions. Little pond out there. Can you hit the ball in that pond? This jolts in pretty good. Well, how deep is this? This is, 390. Yeesh, maybe not. Maybe if you got a hold of one right here and put it through. Then the second and third decks kind of sneak through over here around the foul pole. Maybe if you hit one right here, you could get one out. Then over here, you might be able to hit the railroad tracks that are blended. Are they blended? Are they connected somehow? I got to be careful. I keep pulling my mouth away from the mic. Pretty standard around and behind, although he did blend some luxury seats into that area, which I think looks really cool. Out frickin' standing. Very unique. And there's very little dead spaces with all the funky quirks. I like how this tall corner looks. Hey guys, 3 guesses what I'm about to do. This has to be the best video yet, right? Of stadiums. And we still got freaking legends coming up. We got 2 of my favorite guys coming up after this. And one who's fairly new to the channel, but the one he gave us was fantastic. This is unbelievable. Great work, Sandman Dan. I frickin' love it. And I still have so many stadiums of yours to show, too. I love it. 3 more to show you, fellas. Let's go. Here is one of those favorite creators of mine I was telling you about. Longtime contributor to the channel. This is Murph075. He has Mount Sasquatch Stadium. More specifically, Washington, it looks like. Has an altitude of 5,279 feet, built in 2024. And I see the White Claw Distillery. Oh, I started in right field. But this concourse area looks amazing. Wow, I never realized how shiny that water was before. I guess you don't see this prop very much, this fountain prop. Very nice little concourse. People are here chilling. This is a good way to save yourself some memory, folks. I try to do this especially with seats, field level seats behind the home run fence. If you lower this deck, high enough or low enough where people standing on it can't reach over the field, you can save some memory on the fence. So that's an excellent idea from Murph. You got the White Claw Distillery out here with a couple buildings blended together, a couple restrooms actually blended together to go under this slanted roof up here. And then the stairs right alongside it, this little walkway, fun little target. Then you got 2 layers of standing room sections up here. You guys suck. Oh, look at all this different stuff going on. Balconies. And then you got another like luxury seat, custom luxury seating all the way across. You guys are too good. Then you got a gorilla out here kind of doubling as a Sasquatch maybe. Got the Hall of Fame section out here with some statues. And then there's the building hosting the rest of the Hall of Fame, I'm guessing. And then you got some people out here hanging out. There's a little concession stand over here. Oh, look at this. This looks good. Blending in 2 layers. I can't take it. Multi-layered standing room only section out here as well. Standing room stuff. Great little party areas, I guess. Great job with the corner. Hiding the laser ribbon. The high wall and left. What are we talking about over here? 300 right down the line. Be fun to put some shots out there. And in right where it's also 300. This is one of those great compact stadiums where you can't see much outside. Here's the mountains he was talking about. Sasquatch, Mount Sasquatch. So you got to assume there's hills and mountains around, a bunch of trees. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Are these stadiums not freaking phenomenal in this video? Unbelievable, you guys. And he still has like 3 more in the queue, including his version of the Ballpark at the Moonshot Casino, which I can't wait to see. I'm fighting it. I'm fighting it so hard not to show it. Maybe that's what the 100th video should be. Maybe I can throw in a couple new stadiums and the best of the year. I don't know. I'll wait till the premiere of this video and maybe some comments from people to see what your ideas are for the 100th. Might be cool to go live for the 100th and have you guys call in. Maybe I can have some folks call in. Sewell's called in before. I've talked to Murph before. I have to create a new number. My phone number expired that I got from Google numbers, but Murph. I mean, it almost feels degrading to you telling you it's a great stadium. It's like, I know it's a great stadium, Phil. I know. It's like when I mow the lawn and I spend 3 hours making it look pretty. My wife comes home and goes, "The lawn looks great, babe." I just want to be like, I know. It's how I feel like when telling with you guys. You guys know they're freaking amazing, right? What is this? It's a different. Okay. That gives it a different concourse look. It reminds me of like Minnesota, right up against the left field foul pole. You got the foul pole right there, and then there's that like marble look right next to it. So good. Murph, I want to say F you to all of you for being so good. Nice work, guys. Ugh. Jude 3 Cardinal is that newer creator I just told you about very recently. He gives us Paradise Park in Maui, Hawaii, has max altitude, built in 2016, and I believe this is his second stadium. I remember really liking his first, and right away I'm noticing canoes. We have a bunch of canoes in the water that buds right up to the stadium. Look at that. Outstanding. Then there's a boat out here docked to take you. Oh, look at this. One boat gets to dock there and come in. That's cool. It's got to be like the owner, right? Brings his yacht up there. He probably couldn't make it to the game today, so he had a friend with his littler boat come up. That's awesome. Takes you right into that bleacher section. And then I love this little concourse that sneaks behind. Here we go. Behind the batter's eye and around where people are standing and watching the game. Again, making the deck low enough. I mean, they still have a fence. Oh, you probably can't get it close enough. Okay, so that makes sense. But, yeah, if you can move this, yep, see it reds out. Oh, it's not redding out right there. But that's a way you can save memory on walls. If you can hug right up and then you always have to be like almost behind the people, but pull them up and then they're right there and they can see the game. But we got another bleacher section where people are coming in from back here. This is a great looking stadium too. You got the parking lot with a beach right here. Man, you could be chilling out on this beach, listening to the roar of the crowd. You got the party pier back here. Steamboat, little island, little lighthouse. Little multi-layered bleacher section in the middle of this plaza level. Another little bleacher section hiding in here. Oh, this is a cool way to close off an upper deck. I like it. Very nice. Got the Hall of Fame section up here with steps taking you up to it. And then there's a food court back here. Big apartment building next to the stadium. Little boardwalk type building. Almost connected to the stadium. I like the flagpole in the middle of the bushes. That looks really nice. Again, fun layers, fun targets. You can hit the ball out of the stadium into the water, I'm sure. So many good stadiums in Hawaii. 335 down the line, so you do have to give it a ride out there, but it's max altitude, even though it's below sea level. But I did the same thing with Royal Caribbean Field. It's below sea level, but I boosted the altitude up to 2,500 feet. What can I say? I like hitting home runs. Multi-level stairs. The bleachers kind of blend into the field level seating. Little camera well here with some crates. A couple garbage cans and benches. Okay. Where's my thumbnail today? That's a pretty good one. I almost feel guilty not giving them away at this point. This one's so good. The water coming up is perfect. I mean, it has canoes. I mean, that makes it a candidate right there. All baseball stadiums should have canoes. It's a great Hawaii field. Closed off the stadium out here with the stone. Right? Stone, they call it. Tile. Did I turn the lights on? Yeah, I turned the lights on, right? Because I remember seeing the Ferris wheel in that view. One more stadium to show you guys from one of my favorite creators. It's weird. We haven't seen many from this gentleman, but all the ones I've seen are great. He was in the last video, and like I said, I just really like this guy's style. This is a creator who I can always be confident will close out the video on a strong point. This is Taco Bell Pacific Ballpark. It's in Anaheim, California. Has an altitude of 2,500 feet. It was built in 2001, and that creator who I can always count on giving us a good stadium is Lemur F. Baby. I love his style. He used to use a lot of anomalies, but look at this out here. He's got a roof, a retractable roof, using the end caps, which a lot of people have used in the past, using the entry gates as windows. Always looks good. I love this little section over here with the custom bullpens, which he always has. Burp. Now, I believe I saw Murph do this trick, right? Blend in that bathroom to a different wall to give you the monitors. Then you got the seating up here, the Show 24 sign, and the scoreboard, using this blue concession to kind of, you know, give a frame or a border to this wall. Looks excellent. Then you have concession outside the stadium as well. Got a higher wall in right with bleachers and more standing room only back here. It's like a little custom built-in like VIP area or something covered up. And then, of course, there's little monitors out there. Bowl-style seating from the first two decks anyway, with bleachers right up. Okay, and here, there's a little VIP section as well. A bunch of restaurants. Okay, those bleachers kind of blend in from behind. All right. Maybe I shouldn't have took people back here. Sorry, Lemur F. Baby. I love this guy's style. Always very solid looking, very clean. A bunch of different layers. Lots of bleachers in this stadium. I love it. It's a good way to make, you know, using these, when the stadiums are full of people, you know, it's hard to see the bleachers or what they're actually sitting on. So it's a good way to get, you know, smaller sections of seating in there. Another custom bullpen down the left field wall, a little stool. It's actually a good looking stool. Looks like real. Big scoreboard in left. 2 layers of standing room only up here above the batter's eye, behind the batter's eye. Is there anything in here? More of the restaurants that you can find all throughout the stadium. Beautiful looking roof. Got singers outside, closed off with that apartment building. Not much going on outside the stadium, but that's quite all right in my book. Little village in right field because you can see it through the window, so that makes sense. Nice work. A bunch of palm trees. Oh, I like this home run fence, too. It jolts right back. You guys got to give me time to play some games in here. I've been playing Ricky Davis League games, but I want to get more RDL All-Stars games in here so I can use more stadiums like this that weren't built for Ricky Davis League. But, yeah, you could probably hit balls right off the window, right? How deep is it right there? Like 341? Okay. 330 right down the line. Again, I wish San Diego Studios would do something about this. I mean, it looks like the pole is glued to the thing. You wouldn't think it would be held up very well. But I've always said it, Lemur F Baby. I love his style. I love the stadium to the point where I'm going to stamp once again. I just create a lot of editing work for myself. Well, you guys have given me a lot of editing work because you've given me so many great stadiums, and I can't thank you enough because people watch my videos to see your fantastic stadium. So I'm blown away. Thank you so much, guys. So that's it. 15 stadiums. I'll record another one right after this. I'm looking for ideas. I'm looking for ideas on what I should do for my 100th video. Start sending them my way, please. Should I go live? Get some callers in. How about I do live? I can present the stadiums of the year live and hope the people will be willing to call in and break down their stadiums for me. That's what I'm leaning towards right now. Do you guys think that's a good idea? Go live. Have you guys call in if you're available, of course. It'll be impossible to get everybody together, so some people will obviously be left out, and that's a shame. But, I mean, what else can I do? There's, about a dozen or so of you guys who stadiums have been stamped. So we're about halfway through the life. It's a little earlier than I wanted to do it, but, I mean, with the 100th video coming up, I think it makes sense to do it like that. So that's my idea. Do you guys have an idea? I'm looking for different versions of the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino. I've had, I think, 2 so far. One from Murph, which I'm dying to see. An amazing version from Sluggish Moth, who kind of started the whole search for other versions of the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino. And I'm also looking for people to watch and listen to Respect the Pick right here on YouTube. I'm also looking for people to check out my Studio 44 shop from Fourth Wall. You can find shirts like the one I'm wearing. You can find mugs, mouse pads, anything like that. Like I've said, you guys already support the channel so much by sending me your stadiums, but I could do with a couple equipment upgrades, and any contributions to that store would go right back into the channel to make videos better for you guys. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to get right back on and record and send more videos of your stadiums your way.